Hi and happy Friday. Friday always means the best part of the week, Wags and Whiskers with the Sacramento SPCA. Marnie is joining me with a special guest we've not had on Wags and Whiskers before, a bunny.
I know. So these are a different kind of whiskers, and sometimes whiskers that people don't really think about, being in an animal shelter.
I love it. So is this a boy or a girl? And what is their name?
Okay. So this is Waffle. He's a boy, and he's just about a year old, which is it's really young for a bunny. As you can tell, he's incredibly calm. He loves to be petted.
I see.
Yeah, he's very gentle, and it's funny. Most of the rabbits that are white like this and have the ruby eyes are very gentle. They're very tolerant of lots of different people. And it's funny because people ask me a lot. It's like, well, how can you tell a bunny is content?
Yeah.
So if their ears are straight up like this, and if their eyes are nice and soft, and then they kind of make what we call the bunny loaf, which everything's kind of tucked under. That means they feel very comfortable and safe.
Oh, yes. I've never heard of that before. I mean, it makes sense though, because obviously they don't purr like a cat does, or wag do they wag their little bunny tail like a dog?
They're really cute, but they don't.
That would be cute. Well, that's good to know. Now, do bunnies make good pets?
They can. So what we, let people know is that like any pet, you want to choose a rabbit that's going to be right for your lifestyle. So the one thing about bunnies is they're more like cats than dogs. So what that means is that you do have to have some patience. They're not going to come to you like a dog. They're going to come to you when they want to. But the biggest difference is that these guys are prey animals. So what that means is that they're a food source for a lot of other animals, right?
Right.
So they instinctively are always on guard and looking to be attacked for food. So so we have to earn their trust that we are not going to do that. So in order to do that, the people need patience. Now, some of them, like Waffle, he's already like that because the people that had him before he came to our shelter obviously handled him a lot. So he's kind of, ready to go. He's out of the box ready, as we would say. Yeah, but other rabbits, you'd need to, find out what their favorite treat is, let them come to you, give them a treat when they come to you, so they start associating you with good things.
So you can train bunnies.
Oh, you can train bunnies, and you can actually, which I'm going to blow your mind, you can train them to use a litter box.
Really?
Yes, it's amazing. So Waffle is litter box trained. So what we do here to do that is we use just a regular litter, cat litter box. Then we use, you can use any kind of like recycled litter, like they have like Good Muse for cats, which is just newspaper. Yeah, anything that's not toxic. Or we use it's kind of funny, we use pellets for pellet stoves here because it's just wood that's condensed because it's really cheap. So you put a layer of that to soak up the urine. Then you put hay, which is 80% of their diet, on top of that. And then we give them alfalfa pellets to supplement their diet. Don't we, Waffle? And then you put them in their litter box, which I'm going to do right now. And rabbits like to eat and poop at the same time.
No way.
So you give them their hay and their poop, and they're going to be happy little guys.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that funny? And so that even makes them easier because the cleanup is a heck of a lot easier than if they're not potty trained.
Well, yeah, and obviously it takes up a lot less space. I was going to ask you, and by the way, if you're just joining us, this is Wags and Whiskers with the Sacramento SPCA. We have a bunny named Waffle who is up for adoption this week, and we're talking with Marnie. about how bunnies are unique as pets and what makes them great pets. And if you have a question about bunnies as pets or about Waffles specifically, or about adopting through the Sacramento SPCA, please ask away in the comments and we'd love to ask the question for you. And if you just think Waffle's really cute, you can put a thumbs up or a heart and send the love that way. So I was going to ask you, Marnie, do people let their pet rabbits just roam the house like you would a cat or a dog, or are they more comfortable if they're confined in say what are they called, bunny hutches?
Bunny hutches, yeah. So both. So like I have a rabbit at home, and she has what I call her kind of like her home base. So it's a kennel, and but it's always open, but it has like her litter box, her water, her food. Like I give her a little salad every day, a toy or two. And it's kind of like at night, that's where she goes. That's where she feels, safe. And then it's just open, so she can go anywhere she wants in the house. The one thing is I had to get, you can get them from IKEA. They're like wire bundlers where you can protect your wires. Okay. The weird things about rabbits, I don't know why, but they love to chew on wires.
Oh, that could be very, very bad.
Irritating, yes. So you do have to, bunny proof, or what you can do, or what a lot of people do is they have like an exercise pen, and they kind of close off a certain area of a room. So they still have a lot of, free roaming, but not necessarily the entire house.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Now, you mentioned earlier that bunnies are a prey animal for a lot of animals. Would that indicate that they need to be in a home without dogs or cats? Do they need to be the only pet, or or can they coexist with other pets?
They sure can. So my bunny lives with 3 cats. They kind of look at them like, they don't know what rabbits are. They can't figure it out. And she gets along with them great. It would be like with any other pet, you would do kind of a slow introduction. And what I mean by that is that you'd have the rabbit in a room where it felt safe, and it would not, you could control their meet and greets. So you would do it on a slow scale, especially if you had a dog that was kind of over rambunctious and not necessarily mean, but might be just real strong, for the rabbit. So yeah, like the dog could sniff through the cage at first, things like that, and then have, monitored time to meet each other. But yeah, they can definitely live in households with other animals, and rabbits actually like to be with another rabbit sometimes. So that's always neat. Occasionally we get rabbits that are already bonded together here, and so we will adopt them out together as well.
Of course, the stereotype about rabbits is that they rapidly multiply. Do you have to? Do you get them spayed and neutered like you would a dog or a cat?
So just like all of our other animals at the shelter, we spay and neuter the rabbits, and we also microchip them. So just in case they are outside, or they somehow get out of the yard or whatever. They are microchipped. So just like a dog or a cat, they could be scanned, and we could find their owner through that microchip. So we do, the only thing is we don't give them vaccines because they're not necessary. There may be a change in the future, but it's not necessary right now. But we spay and neuter, and we microchip them.
Wow. And once again, it is a great deal to adopt your furry family member through the Sacramento SPCA, because you do get the shots, you do get the microchipping, the spaying and neutering. There is a visit with a veterinarian. They're all healthy and up to date on everything. And now, is the adoption fee the same for a bunny as it would be for a dog or a cat?
No, it's less. Yay!
Yeah.
So it's $45 for our bunnies. Okay. And let me think, what else do we include with the bunnies? We also have a what do you want to call it? We have a packet of information that we give folks. And of course, I think the really nice thing that we have here is we have adoption counselors. So when somebody comes in and let's say it's their first time bunny, we have a lot of resources that we can give them about how to house them, what's their diet like, how to hold them, all that kind of stuff. So our staff is really knowledgeable for first-time owners as well, which I think is just a real plus. It's not just coming in and saying, here's your rabbit. It's like, okay, have you thought about, what kind of housing you're going to have? Where are they going to be in the house? We know what kinds of questions to ask people.
Now, do you know much about Waffles' backstory, about how he came to the shelter?
Yes. So he originally came, we don't know much about his previous family. He came to our shelter from Sonoma Humane Society to make room for some of the animals that were separated during the fire. So that's how we got him. Yeah. And he came in with 3 of his brothers and sisters. They were all a year old and looked identical. So he has been adopted. And he was in a really nice home here in Sacramento. They really loved him. They have another bunny, and they were trying to bond the two. And their bunny was like, I do not like Waffle, and I'm not going to be Waffle's friend.
Oh, that's terrible.
So Waffle came back. But the nice thing is now we know more about him because he was in a home for I want to say a couple of months. So they really tried. They did try. And it's like, it's, I say people, they're like, well, why didn't it work out? And it's like, hey, it's just like people. Some people we really like, and other people are like, yeah, not so much.
Well, Waffle seems like he would be an amazing pet for someone. I'm just watching him just soak up all those scratches and pets, and he just seems so content.
He's a really calm, nice bunny. And bunnies can live between 10 and 12 years. So it is, they're a commitment, just like they would, for like a large dog or cat, So we let people know that if they're especially getting a young bunny like this, this is going to be like a 10, 11 year, this will be a pet for a while.
Yeah. But it's also good to know that they have a longer lifespan. For some reason, I was thinking that their lifespan was closer to that of a guinea pig. So
no, they can. I know, isn't that nice? So it is nice. It's like they're as far as like the smaller end of the small animals. These guys have they've got a long life.
Oh, he's so adorable. Now, are there similar? So maybe for someone who's never had a rabbit as a pet, but maybe they have had a guinea pig, would there be any similarities in caring for the animal?
Yes. So their diets are almost identical. So they're vegetarians, just like guinea pigs. So, and they also have a sweet tooth like a guinea pig. So, we say lots of greens, fruits here and there for treats only, because again, that could make their sweet tooth even more of a sweet tooth. The rabbit pellets are a little bit different. So you definitely have to get rabbit pellet foods. For the guinea pigs, they have added vitamin C because guinea pigs do not produce their own vitamin C, but rabbits do. So, and then they both need a lot of hay. The one thing about bunnies and guinea pigs both is I can't think of the term, but their teeth never stop growing. So it's weird. So to keep them weird, I know. So to keep them from getting like really long and weird, you do have to give them like the hay really keeps their teeth down. And then like we like to give the bunnies here like little pieces of like untreated wood, even toilet paper rolls, something to gnaw on to kind of keep their teeth level.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm learning so much about bunny rabbits that I never knew today.
I know. Well, and people don't think of, like with the guinea pigs, they don't think of animal shelters having more than just dogs and cats. So we thought, well, if we're going to, offer these as a pet, we should really be really knowledgeable about it too. And get the right information. Yeah.
I see him when you stop petting him, he comes right back up to you wanting more pet.
Really, I mean, he's a cuddle bunny, and bunnies can, some of them can jump really high. Some of them, like him, he's just more kind of low key. So he would I think he would be really good with kids. Not all rabbits are good with kids because, like I say, they're kind of skittish, like small dogs. But he would be good with a family with kids because he's just so lovable.
Oh, I love it. Well, if you are interested in adopting Waffle and you would like to schedule a meet and greet time to see if you would be a good fit for your family, then just go onto the Sacramento SPCA website and you can get all the information you need about setting up that visit and all the information you need about adoption, the fees, what's involved, and it's pretty thorough. So it's a great place to start. And I would love to see Waffle get a home that loves to give him pets and cuddles, because I can just tell, just watching him in this 15 minutes that we've been sitting here meeting him, he's all about the cuddles.
Oh, he is, and he's got a very calming effect on you. So he's good therapy too.
Oh, an emotional support bunny.
There you go.
I love it. Well, once again, thank you for joining us, and thank you for introducing us to Waffle. I love him. I hope he gets a wonderful home.
Yeah, me too. I hope I can report next week that Waffle went to a new home. Hi, Waffle. Good boy.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, thank you, Cheryl.
Bye.
Bye-bye.